When Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs' legendary tight end, stepped off the practice field on July 24th, he was still wearing his signature red jersey, number 87, glistening in the late afternoon sun. Sweat trickled down his brow, evidence of another day conquering grueling drills at the Chiefs' mandatory training camp. But there was something else on his face, a spark, a joy in his eyes that had nothing to do with football. Because waiting for him, just beyond the crowd of fans and reporters, was none other than Taylor Swift. Taylor stood outside the practice facility, understated yet unmistakable. Dressed in a minimalist black outfit, her hair tied up in a loose knot, her lips painted the kind of red that launched a million magazine covers, she looked every bit the global superstar she is. Yet, as she reached for Travis' hand, there was an intimacy, a sense of privacy and comfort that made the world melt away. The couple walked together toward the luxury white SUV parked out front, and for a moment, the chaos of celebrity faded into the background. Their destination was Travis' sprawling Mediterranean-style mansion in the suburbs of Kansas City, a home that's become a sanctuary for the couple amid the glare of public attention. With its red-tiled roof, grand pillars, and lush, secluded gardens, the villa promises a sense of normalcy that neither of them takes for granted. It's where they've spent lazy summer afternoons, away from the cameras, and where neighbors have grown accustomed to spotting the most famous couple in America, hand in hand, savoring the quiet life. One neighbor, who's glimpsed these little moments from afar, shared, "It's great to see them return together." Travis looks so happy every time Taylor is around. She's not just his girlfriend, she brings a warmth to the whole neighborhood. Indeed, Taylor's presence has transformed not just Travis' life, but the entire community's, drawing a kind of celebrity fairy dust over the leafy Kansas City streets. For fans, these sightings confirm what many have suspected. Travis and Taylor's relationship is not just a passing fling. Despite their high-profile careers, they've managed to carve out a genuine connection, one that seems to deepen with every public appearance. Taylor, who famously attended Chiefs games last season and was spotted cheering from the stands during the Super Bowl, is now a fixture at training camp, a space usually reserved for players and coaches, where discipline and focus reign supreme. Yet, there she is, week after week, supporting Travis in the most demanding phase of his profession. Her schedule is famously packed, with an international stadium tour that leaves little room for downtime. But even as the world waits for her next move, Taylor has chosen to spend these precious few weeks with Travis, embracing the quiet rhythm of Kansas City life. It's the little details that make their relationship so captivating. While other players might retreat to hotels or designated team accommodations after a grueling practice, Travis heads straight home. And there, waiting for him, is Taylor, sometimes with a home-cooked meal, sometimes just with a smile and a listening ear. Their fans, ever vigilant, have turned the white SUV parked outside their villa into a symbol of steadfast love, a modern-day carriage for a pair of 21st century royals. But perhaps the most touching testimony to their bond comes from the Kelce family itself. Ed Kelce, Travis' father, has watched their relationship blossom from the inside. In interviews, he's described Taylor as a very special person and one of the most giving and caring people he's ever met. For a family that spent years in the public eye, Travis' brother Jason is also an NFL star. The arrival of Taylor Swift could have been overwhelming. Instead, it's brought them closer together. Ed's favorite story about Taylor isn't about her chart-topping hits or sold-out stadiums. It's about a quiet moment in the Arrowhead Stadium suite during a 2023 game, when Taylor, unnoticed by most, began clearing up empty bottles and plates after the game. "She didn't get the diva memo," Ed laughs. "She's very genuine." In that small act of humility, he saw the real Taylor, a superstar who hasn't lost her sense of self or her respect for others. The world may see them as icons. He, a titan on the football field. She, a voice for a generation. But in Kansas City, they're just Travis and Taylor. They're the couple who take evening walks along the garden path, who host barbecues for friends and family, who binge-watch crime documentaries on the couch. For all the glitz and glamour, their relationship is built on ordinary moments, stitched together by laughter, mutual support, and a shared sense of adventure. Of course, their romance hasn't always been smooth sailing. Both have faced relentless scrutiny, Travis for his performance on the field, and Taylor for her every move, lyric, and outfit choice. Their relationship has played out under a microscope, with tabloids hungry for headlines and social media abuzz with speculation. Through it all, they've managed to hold on to something rare and precious, the ability to be themselves together. This summer, as Taylor's tour takes a brief pause, the couple has been making the most of every day. Friends say they're inseparable, whether they're grilling burgers in the backyard or sneaking out for late-night ice cream runs. For Travis, it's a welcome respite from the pressures of the NFL season. For Taylor, it's a chance to unplug, recharge, and find inspiration in the rhythms of ordinary life. Fans are now asking the question that seems inevitable. Will Taylor continue to accompany Travis throughout the NFL season, especially when her tour resumes? The answer remains uncertain, and perhaps that's part of the magic. For now, they're content to let each day unfold, savoring the time they have together before the next whirlwind chapter begins. Their story resonates because it's equal parts fairy tale and reality. It's about two people at the top of their respective worlds, choosing each other over and over again. It's about the power of small gestures, a hand held after a long day, a quiet drive home, a plate quietly cleared away, that speak louder than grand declarations. As the sun sets over Kansas City and the villa glows softly in the twilight, one can imagine Travis and Taylor sharing a laugh on the patio, the world kept at a safe distance by high hedges and loyal friends. In those moments, they are not the internet's favorite couple, nor the darlings of the sports and music worlds. They're just two people, deeply in love, writing their own story one day at a time. And for everyone watching, neighbors, fans, even skeptical onlookers, their love serves as a reminder that, no matter how big the stage, the most important moments often happen when the cameras are off. That's what keeps people reading, watching, and hoping. A belief that even in a world obsessed with spectacle, real love can still be found in the quiet, ordinary corners of life. As the new NFL season looms and Taylor's tour dates draw closer, the world waits to see what's next for America's favorite couple. Will they weather the storms of fame and distance? Will they find new ways to surprise and delight each other and their fans? One thing is certain, as long as Travis and Taylor keep making time for those small, everyday moments, hand in hand, heart to heart, their love story will keep us all turning the page, hungry for the next chapter.